Boss Lady, and welcome to another edition of ICM on TV. And yes, we see him on TV. We're grateful that all of you are tuned in, and of course, we've got a special guest in the studios today, none other than Mr. Will Johnson. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How about you?
I am wonderful. Great. Glad that you're here. And before we even really get started, I want you to tell our viewers exactly who you are.
Well, my name is Will Johnson. I'm originally from Augusta, Georgia. I am also, the founder of Brick by Brick, We Build. We are a community-based organization where we bring men together in order to, help, better our community as well as help better ourselves individually. So we do a lot of work, we're going to the schools. I'm currently going to West Shores Middle School, where I kind of mentor to, at-risk kids. And so that is my passion. And my passion is also for other men to get on board, to help, get in front of things before things get out of hand in our homes, in our community, as well as in our churches.
You just said a mouthful. And the only reason why I say that is because a lot of times when people are in issues and dealing with stuff, sometimes they suppress it, they keep it to themselves, or either let it fester and it gets to a point that you cannot handle it. And it's nothing wrong with getting counseling.
Right, absolutely.
None of that stuff.
Absolutely.
And it's hard for men to actually admit that they need some type of therapy.
That is true. From my as a man, first of all, personally, and dealing with men, I've installed 4 men transitional home in the Atlanta area for different churches and different individuals. And I've learned through counseling with men, and also myself being a transparent, I also had to go through counseling at one point in my life because mental health is a real thing.
Oh yes.
And so in the midst of that, I realized that men, we internalize things so much to the effect of that it then begins to bring on other ways that we begin to express it in such negative ways. There's a high rate of domestic violence. Right. There's a high rate of suicide. There's a high rate of abandonment of the families. And so we want to, hopefully have a safe place that men can come and we can begin to address things that we internalize, and that we can not look at each other as being weak, but we as being empowered by, being able to address those situations openly.
And see, the thing I look at, most men, they don't want to admit from the start that there's an issue.
Right.
There's no problem. We're going to walk away from it. But for you to come into this community particularly, and I think it's a great thing, needed thing, brick by brick, we build.
That's right.
Will be happening on Saturday, May the 18th over at Applebee's. Now, for those of you at 1516, 72 Bypass Northeast, right here in Greenwood, you all need to make sure that you be there. Now, and if you know somebody who may not be quite watching this or listening, you all need to tell them about it. So, like I always tell you, tell a neighbor, tell a friend, make sure y'all let them know that they need to be in the building, have their face in the place. Now, with this being said, the event that you're doing on next Saturday, what is the criteria? Do they have to register, or do they any of that good stuff, or they just come?
Well, the pre-registration, we didn't do it this time, but because we have some things that we're still working on, administrative wise. But we invite people, to come on. We're using social media. Right. You've been a great, asset, to what it is that we're doing.
We're gonna do what we're gonna do.
Thank you. And word of mouth and flyers and those different things. But we are actually, asking right now that, all men come out to participate, in this monumental, event, because as you say, it's hard to get men together. But when you get a group of men
in a positive state too.
In a positive state, that's right. We go to sporting events, we go to clubs, we go to bars. But when it's time to make a change and to time to come and to do something that's going to affect not only your own life, okay, but watch this, when it affects someone else's lives, You know, it takes a village to raise a child. I was always, told. And I believe that it takes a village, to run a community. And it's going to take for men to come and we step into our rightful place and we step into our responsible place and an accountable place that we begin to lead from the front and not from the back anymore, Patricia.
Okay. Hey, we're going to take a break right now. You're watching ICM on TV. Don't touch the dial. We'll be right back.
Do you like Italian or Sicilian cooking? Well, check out Olive Branch Mediterranean and Italian Grill. They have a wide variety of calzones made with their handmade dough, so whether steak, veggie, ham, or Italian, just to name a few, you can't go wrong. They also have organic salads, Olive Branch kebabs, gyro, beef, or chicken shish kebabs, Olive Branch specialty pizzas, Olive Branch pastas. Yes, I know you're getting the picture. Olive Branch Mediterranean Grill. Dine in or take out. You can't go wrong. Let Olive Branch cater your next event. Stop by today. The Olive Branch is located 109 Birch Tree Drive, Greenwood. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call them today, 864-407-4100. That's 864-407-4100. That's the Olive Branch.
Barrett's Tire Store, located 3301 Highway 25 North, Hodges, South Carolina. Call them at 864-374-3183. Barrett's Flower and Convenience Store, Silk Cemetery Arrangements, snacks, hot dogs, and barbecue, gas, diesel, kerosene, and propane. Call them at 864-374-5555. Welcome back to ICM on TV. Of course, our special guest today is none other than Mr.
Will Johnson.
Mr. Will Johnson.
You do that.
I did. I always make sure that everybody, you tell the people who you are. That's a good thing. And for those of you who are just now tuning in, we're talking about Brick by Brick We Build. That is going to be happening on Saturday, May the 18th. Over at Applebee's here in Greenwood, South Carolina. And for people that want to come, they don't necessarily have to be from Greenwood.
No, you don't have to be from Greenwood. We all, are one people. If you know anything about me, I'm a man that loves God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man of faith. I'm not a perfect man, but I'm a man that loves God and I'm a man of faith.
So I'm going to say this to all of you out there. 96, Abbeville, McCormick, Lawrence, Clinton, Calhoun Falls, all of you, Anderson, anybody that's within our viewership and then abroad. If you want to be here, you can. It is a great thing for all of you all to come together, y'all, the men, and really just being able to effectively work together and work out things, talk about things,
yes.
Things that may be on your mind. And the thing is, you're a life coach.
Yes, I am. I am. I've had the the opportunity to work with people from the NFL, guys from the NBA, other community leaders, and so I've been afforded, with all humility, to be able to even start getting some people certified.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody know someone that's looking for a life coach to be certified, get in contact with Ms. Benitra, or you can contact me, which you'll get that information later.
Yeah, well, hey, it's going to be at the bottom of the screen for you all to reach him. The thing that I'm looking at, even with that as a life coach,
mm-hmm.
and men, and I'm going to continuously say this, it's okay to say you need help.
Absolutely. I need help.
It's okay to say you need help. Some people are like, I ain't doing that. I ain't nothing wrong.
Right.
Lies. I'm just going to say it like that. Everybody at some point in time go through something. And you all need to have somebody to be able to talk to converse with, to be able to express what's going on within you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And even with that being said, the thing is, it's not a vulnerability type position. It's just being able to say, okay, I'm not perfect, and moving forward, I need help. And my thing is, you're not going to be able effectively to be able to lead your own family
I would agree. That's right.
or your children
Mm-hmm.
because of your ineffectiveness to say, hey, I got an issue.
Yes, and also, we are limited,
Mm-hmm.
in our potential to grow and to evolve because we have something in us that's dormant that we haven't, allowed, to come out in a healthy way,
Right.
So, some of the things that I, had already addressed, whether it's domestic violence, whether it's suicide, addictions, and just abandonment of family and your children. So we have to, we have to come to a place right now. See, the time is not later. The time is now that we address this because we are losing a generation of young men. And I know I have a saying. For every young man that I have the opportunity and the privilege to speak into his life and to help him move from a place to another place, okay, in his life that's going to better his life, he may be the very man that may marry my daughter.
Right.
So I may be raising a son-in-law. I may be raising a man that may be getting ready to marry my niece. I may be, mentoring a young man that may be the same young man that may come over when I'm an old man and can't move and say, Mr. Johnson, we just brought you a meal. I may be raising two men.
See?
Two men. Let me say it like this. Two men, when I say two men, if I teach them the wrong way, I may be raising a man that'll come into my house and rob me one day. I may be raising another man may come into my house and serve me one day when I need help.
I'm Mac Hardy. Come on down to McCormick Tire and Oil. We open Tuesday through Saturday from 7:30 to 5. And we specialize in oil, tires, and brakes, wheel bearings, CV axles. And but military discount is every day. And on Wednesday we have Senior Citizen Day. So come on down to McCormick Tire and Oil. We got everything you need. Thanks.
Hello, this is Evangelist Dominique Moore of the Thompson Evangelistic Ministry. Tune in to the Thompson Evangelistic Ministry on emeraldcityradio.com, or you can view Thompson Evangelistic Ministry on the Roku channel Algepi, ALJEPI, every second and fourth Sunday at 3:30 p.m. or locally on WCTEL Channel 20 every second and fourth Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Thank you for tuning in. Be blessed.
Badcock Home Furniture and More, located 716 Highway 28 Bypass, Abbeville, South Carolina, and 1302 Bypass 72 Northeast Greenwood. Call them at 864-366-5954.
We have the opportunity to influence two men, raise two men. We can influence the one man, a young man, that is going to be a asset to society.
Okay.
Or we can influence a young man if we do it improperly in the wrong way, that can influence, society in the wrong way.
Right.
So I'm very careful in that sense because I never know if the young man that I'm mentoring is he gonna be a man that is gonna be the one that my daughter may marry, or he's gonna be a young man that that can become someone that can be a threat to my daughter, in a relationship. So I take this, I take this, I don't want to call it a burden, but I take this responsibility. I take it seriously. I have no son, no biological sons. I have a daughter, and so that's why I speak from that perspective. And when I see them on billboards, or I see them when I walk into churches, I see that they are on major worship groups around the nation. It speaks to me. Or if I see them on TV playing sports and they're accomplishing their dreams, and I had something to do with it. And sometimes, when you're doing this work, you don't know whether it's working or not. And sometimes you can get a little discouraged.
Right.
And so, but when you see the fruit of it, and that you had something to do with the root of it, then you realize that God didn't make a mistake by using you. For the longest, I looked at myself insignificantly. I thought because I was the product of a father that was an alcoholic, a mother that was an alcoholic, of addictions and of gang. I was a part of a gang at one time, coming out of Chicago, Gangster Disciples. I thought that going to being in prison at one time. I thought that all those things, even though those things have been several years behind me, 20 years or so behind me, I didn't think that I could make it where I would be sitting in boardrooms or in courthouses where I was being asked, what can we do to better our situation? So I've been very fortunate, to sit at some very instrumental tables where there were decisions being made. So I'm hoping, fast forwarding in this interview, I'm hoping that I can transition some of the things that I've done in Atlanta, in Orlando, in Augusta, in Burke County, Waynesboro, and some other areas. I hope that I can come here and do some of those same feats. And I can't do it by myself.
Right.
I need every one of you men that me and Benitra are talking about. We really need you guys to come out. And we need you to put your lawnmowers up, your weed eaters up, put your pressure washers up, put your paintbrushes up. Tell your wife, tell the kids, I'll be back. Because you're coming out to change the community.
All right. Look, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this message.
Do you like Italian or Sicilian cooking? Well, check out Olive Branch Mediterranean and Italian Grill. They have a wide variety of calzones made with their handmade dough, so whether steak, veggie, ham, or Italian, just to name a few, you can't go wrong. They also have organic salads, Olive Branch kebabs, gyro, beef, or chicken shish kebabs, Olive Branch specialty pizzas, Olive Branch pastas. Yes, I know you're getting the picture. Olive Branch Mediterranean Grill. Dine in or take out. You can't go wrong. Let Olive Branch cater your next event. Stop by today. The Olive Branch is located 109 Birch Tree Drive, Greenwood. They're open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Call them today. 864-407-4100. That's 864-407-4100. That's the Olive Branch. Badcock Home Furniture and More, located 716 Highway 28 Bypass, Abbeville, South Carolina, and 1302 Bypass 72 Northeast Greenwood. Call them at 864-366-5954.
Welcome back to ICMONTV. Of course, we're just grateful that you all have stuck with us. Of course, you know, we got none other than Mr. Will Johnson in here, and we're talking about brick by brick, we're building. And the thing about we building, we, it's not I, it's not him, we. That means everybody. But this is specifically for the men on this feed, this round.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you're hoping to gain out of this?
Yes, ma'am. What we're hoping to gain, from a personal perspective, I was able to view the Million Man March several years ago,
Right.
and how people came together for that movement. I'm hoping what to gain from this is that we have a movement here. We have a movement in Greenwood that will spread abroad. When people will see the men of Greenwood take the first step, okay, to show that men, we can come together.
Unified.
And that we're not limited by what people say. You know what I'm saying? Even how we have thought upon ourselves. And I'm hoping to gain unity.
Mm-hmm.
Community unity.
Unity in
amongst
the
the
community.
men.
Okay.
That's right. And so that's what I'm hoping to gain. And along with that, then we can make decisions together. That we don't have to wait on election day for decisions to be made. We can make the decisions in our community here. And then, you know what I'm saying, it can spread abroad.
Okay. Well, y'all just heard from the orchestrator of this entire event, Mr. Will Johnson. He's telling you, he's asking you to all come together as one on Saturday, May the 18th at Applebee's in Greenwood, South Carolina. For those of you, if you're kind of confused on what in the world, nah, it's not, no confusion. All roads lead to Applebee's on May the 18th. That's 1569 Highway 72 bypass Greenwood. And the information, if you got any questions, you can call or email, text that at the bottom of the screen. So again, I thank you for taking time out to come in.
Oh, I thank you for having me to come in to spread this message.
We got to get it out there. And so for all of you, see your face in the place. Thank you for watching ICMONTV. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tune in to the Quartet Show every Sunday at 8 p.m. with the Godfather Quartet, Brother Corey Johnson, on WCTL Channel 20. Come on and get you some of that good old hand-clapping, foot-stomping music. Again, that's the Quartet Show with the Godfather Quartet, Brother Corey Johnson.
Mac Hardy, come on down to McCormick Tire and Oil. We open Tuesday through Saturday from 7:30 to 5. And we specialize in oil, tires, and brakes, wheelbarrows, CV axles. And but military discount is every day. And on the Wednesday we have Senior Citizen Day. So come on down to McCormick Tire and Oil. We got everything you need. Thanks.
Barrett's Tire Store, located 3301 Highway 25 North, Hodges, South Carolina. Call them at 864-374-3183. Barrett's Flower and Convenience Store, Silk Cemetery arrangements, snacks, hot dogs, and barbecue, gas, diesel, kerosene, and propane. Call them at 864-374-5555.
Hey everyone, this is your guy Will Johnson. Hey, I just wanted to take a moment to first of all thank Emerald Cities Radio, Miss Nitra Crawford, the boss lady, for her, exposure to what it is that we're doing here. May 18th at 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Applebee's at Bypass 72, Greenwood, South Carolina. Hey, listen guys, we're looking for all men to come out and be a part of this movement, that we can come together for community events, okay? To know what it is that we need to do in our community collectively as well as individually. Hey, listen, I thank you, all you guys who have responded to this call. I've got a lot of feedback and a lot of response from a lot of men who wants to know what is it that they can do. And I thank all you guys. I thank all the other venues, I think Main Event, I think Nick's Chicken and Waffle, I think Davis Liquor Store. I want to thank, Jamal at Applebee's, who's actually one of my sponsors. Hey, I thank all the people who have a hand on this. Tim Stevens, thank you, Tim. I just thank so many people. If I'm leaving someone out, it's not, it's not my intention, and forgive me, for this, but I want to thank everyone for coming out and being a part of this. Hey, listen, May 18th, 9:30 a.m. to 11. We're going to have breakfast first, and then after that, we're going to have a panel discussion, and we're going to have Q&A with everybody. So listen, let's grow Greenwood. Come on out. Brick by brick, we build. See you there.
Jesus, and the world,